Every year around this time, I do an update of my favorite portable battery-powered video lights. My criteria again is to have the smallest, portable, lightweight, portable battery-powered lights that I could take on location. So I'm going to share that with you. This is this year's favorites of mine. I'm going to go from the dimmest to the brightest. The dimmest one is 5.6 and the brightest one is 16. Okay, so that's the range between here. So let's just start. Let's just get into these and I'll just share with you my favorite portable video lights. Starting with the Inky 30 coming in at $150, 1.79 pounds, 812 grams. It's like a little flashlight and it's pretty good. It has a small soft hot spot that fades off pretty quick. It's not super bright, but it's useful because of its size. Really, really nice. Inky 30. This is again 5.65 is the meter reading. This is the same light level. This is the Photo TJ55 by. This is very lightweight. It's a spotlight. It has a variable spheric lens that you can change from narrow to very wide. Has a built-in plastic mount on it. It has a red LED. It's bicolor. This is the cheapest one of the bunch. It's $45. It has a really nice spotlight with a super flat light. It's got no hot spot whatsoever. It's not very bright, but it's bright enough to use outside, as I showed in a previous video. 5.6 at its widest, and it's 5.69 at its most spotlight narrowest. It's 1.3 pounds, which is 580 grams. It's a nice lightweight plastic thing, bicolor, that you can take with you if you want a spotlight. All right, moving on to the next one here. This is the Ulanzi ML100 by, which not to be confused with the Godox ML100 by. This is 100 watts, but it's not as bright as the 65 Ulanzi for some reason. This is one of the largest light spreads, which is great, but it's very noisy. The fan on this thing is super, super noisy. It's coming in at 5.69 light reading. It's 2.3 pounds, which is 1 kilogram. It's $160. I do not recommend this one. It's big, it's clunky, it's heavy, it's noisy, and it's not even as bright as the 65, which you'll see in a minute. Let's just move on. All right, this one is one of my favorites here. This is so cute. It's a little Zhiyun G60. It's only 0.82 pounds, which is only 372 grams. It also works with DTAP or USB PD. Has a very soft, mild hot spot with a nice soft fall off. It's not very bright, but it's still quite useful. It's just so cute for its little size. And it actually has a built-in bracket at the bottom, which has a 1/4-20 thread, which you then mount on a stand, and then you tighten it to whatever angle you want. So it's got a built-in bracket, and that bracket weighs nothing. So that's really cool. And it's bicolor. And I love these knobs on the back. Look at that, X's and O's. This is just the cutest little thing. It's the G60 by Zhiyun. It's $170. Moving on to my favorite, most used video light ever. This is what I've been using for years and years and years. This is the Well-Making HL800C. It's only 0.95 pounds. It weighs very, very little, which is 431 grams, which is the same weight as 2 sticks of butter. You can use a DTAP. It has a DTAP hole, but they have their own optional proprietary battery. It's kind of hard to get, but it's really cool. It looks like an NP battery, but it's not. It's 14.8 volts. They're kind of hard to get. But when you put that on here, here's your whole system right here. You got the battery, and this battery will run this 80-watt light for half an hour. That's pretty amazing. And it weighs very, very little, and it has these nice knobs, on, off, and power. I mean, I like simple, and I love this. This is just the coolest. For small portable, I love that. It's one of my classics. I love it. I have like 6 of them. All right, moving on to the new guy in town, the Godox RS60 by. This is the most expensive one. It has the best R9 value, which is the skin tone CRI of 97.1, which is the same as the X100 as far as CRI. It has if you use it with just by itself, with the reflector that it comes with, it's a very narrow beam. For what I like to do, having it close to me for vlogging, it's too narrow of a beam. So to make the beam wider, you need the SZL2 focus lens, which you have to have on here, which doubles the weight and makes it more expensive. The light alone is $200. The SZL2 is $90. So you're up to almost $300 with this thing, and it's really, really heavy. So to get the same light beam spread of over 20 degrees, that all these other ones have, you have to have this thing on here. It's a nice even spread, but it's kind of weak at the 21.5 degree mark. It's coming in at 8.0 at the half beam. And if you go all the way wide, it's only 4.08. So remember, the Inky 30 is 5.65. And this one at the 60 watt mark is only 4.08 at its widest on the beam here. It's heavy. It's 2.32 pounds and it's almost $300. So because of the weight and the clunkiness of it, let's move on. Now we have this little tiny guy. Here's another tiny little cute guy by Zhiyun. It's 60 watts, just like the G60 here. These two are very, very small, very similar size. They're both 60 watts. This is the newer one. It's a tiny bit brighter than the G60. This is only 0.83 pounds, which is 376 grams. It has a kind of a small hot spot with an outer weak light ring around it. So the only usable part is actually a little spot in the middle, which is 8.02 as far as the light reading. It's $160, pretty much the same price as the G60, but it's tiny and it runs on the same proprietary battery that the X100 uses, which is this thing here. You could do that. But then you've got, it mounts on a pole like this. So it's got this heavy weight. It's centered. So the heavy weight kind of tilts it to the side. So I don't like to use the proprietary battery. I like to use, if I use these, I would use the, on the bottom here, you'll see there's a mount for a USB, PD 100 watt input or a 25 volt barrel mount. So anyway, really small. That's what I like about it. It's small. I don't like USB power, but I like this tiny little thing for the size. Now, as far as, and this is $160. Anyway, so as far as lightweight goes, this one here is the most lightweight of all. This just came out. It's the Alonzi EC65. It's only 0.72 pounds, which is 327 grams. It has a little fan noise, but not like the 100 that we just saw earlier. It doesn't like D-tap, so you either have to use the battery that it comes with, which is very lightweight also. It's just kind of a hassle to stick it on there. You got to like push this button, and while you're putting it on there, there. And then you can turn it on. So this is the battery, the light, the reflector, everything. It's very, very lightweight. It has a perfect light pattern for my vlogging. It has no wasted light. If you use the battery that it comes with, the light reading is 8.01. If you use PD USB power, it's 8.02. So you get a little bit more light if you use the USB power on it. But the battery included is really good. $160, which seems to be like the going price for all this stuff. All right, moving on. This is one that a couple of people have asked me about, so I got one. This is a Ambitful 100R, which is the same as a Sidande Q100 Lite. It's the same thing. It looks smaller than it is in the pictures, but when you get it in person, it's huge. It has a noisy fan that comes on immediately. It has a nice wide pattern with a soft hot spot and a soft grad. The light reading is 8.07. It's 1.1 pound, which is 500 grams. You can use USB or D-tap power with it, but it comes with, or has an optional handle battery, which you screw in here, and it's pretty easy to put on, and then you just push the on button, and you hear that? Right away the fan comes on. it's I don't know. And it just, look how big this thing is. It looks small in the picture, but look at this contraption.
Oh, wow. It's so huge.
It's big, and I don't like the red plastic. That's just, anyway. Here's the X100. This is the one that it's, look at the size difference between the X100 and the Ambitful / Sidande. Like, it's
so big.
It's so, what a size difference. And this is just, there is a price difference. The Zhiyun X100 is $200. This is only $87. So it's cheaper than the X100, but it's bigger, noisier, and I don't like it. So I'm going to give this one away. Anyway, so that takes us to the X100. This is the Zhiyun X100. As far as most power for the smallest size, this is the one. This is a 100 watt and it's the smallest one. It has some fan noise, obviously, because it's 100 watts, but it's not that noisy. It has the best R9, which is the skin color CRI, 97.2, which is the same CRI R9 as the Godox RS60 Bi. It has kind of a small hotspot with lots of edge light, so I'm not too crazy about that. I wish it would just concentrate most of its light in one nice circle. It's coming in at 8.07, the same as one previous of it. It's $200, and it's made to use this proprietary battery, which is okay, but these batteries are not known to be reliable, so it's better to use a USB PD 100 power. But for the amount of power, for the smallest size and most lightest weight, this is the one that's that. For that. Okay, moving on, we're going to the small rig. The small rig, this is the RC100B. It has a V-mount on the back. That's what you're supposed to power this with. This is a small rig V-mount. I'm going to stick it to the small rig light. So you just stick it on there and you're ready to go. This is the fully powered light. Obviously it's bigger and heavier because it's 100 watts and it's using a D-tap, but it's 100 watts. And it's not, well, the weight is, it's 1.67 pounds, which isn't really that light. It's 757 grams. Same price as the last few. It's only $160. It has a very large light pattern. It doesn't really have a hotspot. It's just powerful light from edge to edge. And it has one of the best light patterns, actually, of all of these lights. I like this one. The light level is 8.08. It's $160. This is a good one to consider. I like this one for what it is. It's not very small or lightweight. It is for the amount of power that you put out. And again, if you put I like how you can just stick a V mount just right on the back of that and you're ready to go. It is kind of heavy, but really good for what it is. I think it's still small enough for traveling, for sure. All right, on to the next one here. This is the GVM SD80D. It has you can mount two NP batteries on the side here, which is great. Or you can do, where is it here? Yeah, you can do a D-tap with a barrel plug on the back here, or house power. It's bicolor. All these lights are bicolor. It's the heaviest of the bunch. It's almost 3 pounds, which is 1.3 kilograms. If you use the NP batteries, it's the same power output as if we were using a full powered D-tap, by the way. So that's really good. It has really nice color, really nice even spot with no hot spot. Puts out really, really nice color. It's got a tiny little reflector, which I really like. Look at that tiny little reflector. It is a Bowens mount. So you can use anything you want that's Bowens mount, but this reflector has been optimized for this light, and it's a great reflector. I'm actually using it for some of my other lights. And so this is, as far as portability goes, this is a lot more portable as a reflector than some of these big 7-inch ones you get. So as far as the light quality, the light output, it's really good. And so it's 11.1 if you're using this tiny little reflector, and it's 11.6 if you're using the RFT 19 reflector. Again, it's $160, as all these other ones are. Everything's $160. So that's it's the heaviest one though. It's the GVM SD80D. All right, moving on. To one of these. This is actually one of my favorites also here. Just like the small rig, this is the Ulanzi VL120 Bi. It's got a V-mount right on the back of it there. So you just stick your V-mount battery on there and you're ready to go. It's bicolor. It's got the best RA value of all these lights. That's the common CRI that everybody talks about. It's 97.9. So a really good CRI. It's the second heaviest of the bunch, 2.34 pounds, which is 1 kilogram. It has a perfect light pattern for my vlogging. It has no wasted light whatsoever, and that's using the little tiny reflector. I'm not using the reflector that it came with. I'm using the reflector that the GVM uses because I like this tiny little reflector. I would buy this GVM just to get the reflector off of it, and that's what I'm doing. I'm using this little portable for traveling reflector, and it doesn't really decrease the amount of light, maybe 1/10 of a stop. And if you use the RFT 19 reflector, you get a light reading all the way up to 16. All these other ones are $160. This one's only $130, and it's the brightest of the bunch. The thing that makes it weigh so much, one of the things, it's the second heaviest of the bunch at 2.34 pounds, is this bracket here. This is solid metal bracket. I took it off and tried. I was hoping there was a 1/4-20 in there. It's not. It's a little bit smaller than a 1/4-20. But anyway, and it's a heavy duty bracket. So that's really what makes it kind of heavy. But it's a great light if you want like really dependable, powerful, good light quality, good light pattern, D-tap. This is a really good one to use. So I guess I could sum this up as my favorite ones. This is one of my favorite ones. The small rig RC100B. This one's okay. I just don't like USB power. The Ulanzi EC65, really lightweight. I like that because that's got the battery included. I like that. That's one of my favorites. Obviously, the well making. That's one of my favorites. That always has been. And I guess these two. The Studio Photo is just so much. It's just fun, and the Inky is just this great little flashlight to use. So those are my favorites as of this time of this year. And I created a spreadsheet for you listing all the lights, and you can arrange each column in order of brightness levels, price, weight, and CRI. I have it in Excel if you're PC, and I have it in Numbers if you're Mac. I'll put the download links below. So there you go. Here's my spring of 2025 Marcus favorite portable travel video lights. And I went through this as fast as I could. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.